All right, so a quick recap to show where we are. The front of the aircraft is basically done. We've got the canard, we've got cutouts made for all of the spars, including a hinge spar. And we're doing that so that we can print it with lightweight PLA as well as normal PLA. We've got cutouts for servos to come into the middle there. And then where I'm up to with the main or the aft wing is the ailerons have been, I've done the cutout for those. There we go, you can see the spar going through there and there. And I followed exactly the same process as I did for the forward wing. I didn't record it because it would basically just be a repeat of the video. And I've done the same cutout here for an aileron. Now, for this one, the only thing that was slightly different was I basically made a servo mount, and then I had to maneuver it around to make sure I could get it into the wing. Because this wing is a slightly different shape to the other one, it's not quite so flat. But nevertheless, there it is. It might stick out a tiny bit on this wing because it's a bit thinner. But it's not the end of the world. So where we are now then is the only part of the fuselage that's currently shelled is this front part here, which I'm now going to hide. That's the nose, there we go. I'm also going to hide the canards at the front, don't need to see them. So this part of the fuselage is still not shelled, and neither is the next part. Now obviously the front part here we're going to need to put stuff in it, so we do need to shell it. However, I do want to try and keep some structural rigidity in the nose section, and what I thought I could do, given that we already have a thicker part here, I'm going to carry that on through this part of the fuselage, and then this part of the fuselage we're going to have a think about a bit more. I think it's going to be, I'm going to use a carbon spar running down the tail here, which I don't think would be needed for normal PLA, but for lightweight PLA would definitely be needed. So I'm going to borrow the nose section just for a moment, and I'm going to make a sketch. There we go. And I'm going to get rid of the nose section again. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm then going to just hide that bit, and I'm going to make a sketch on. Oh. Yeah, sorry, I need to finish that sketch. And then we're going to hide that bit, going to make a sketch on this bit, and I'm just going to project really only this line that I need. There we go. Don't want a projection link on this one, so I want to be able to move it. Alright, cool. And just need to join this line up. I want to make it one line. So if you've got white dots, that usually means it's not connected. So if you're trying to find a problem with a sketch, sometimes look for the white dots. Okay, right, and then we're going to move sketch objects. These ones. I'm just going to move them up. And there we go, that's going to... Okay, and then I'm going to click OK. And let's go to Surface, Loft. This could be a bit tricky. It's to make sure we got all the bits. Okay, actually, so let's cancel that for a sec. So just come back and edit this sketch. Okay, right. I hate it sometimes when you're in a sketch, it won't let you zoom where you want. When that happens, I find what I need to do sometimes is come up here, move that, and then it will let me zoom. Okay. Right, and then now we're going to go to the loft tool. Pick those two lines. It's actually going to be a right pain like that. All right, okay. Right. That should make it easier now that we have a continuous line to work with. So let's try again. It doesn't matter if it's not exact. I was just trying to make it, yeah, there's an example of it not allowing me to zoom or anything. And then when you want to move, it won't let you move. All right, great. Okay. Awesome. All right, now what I'm going to do is bring back that body there, and we're just going to use that as a splitting tool. So go back in the solid workspace, split this with that, select to extend. And great. Okay, now we can get rid of that bit, put this bit back in the fuselage folder, and then we can go shell this. So double click, shell, 1 mil. And then we're just going to join these bits back up. So that bit, join, there we go. Cool. So we have now got, it's going to be fuselage 2. And that's the nose. That's going to be fuselage 3. And that's going to be fuselage 4. And the nose is fuselage 1. Great. So if we just have a little look through. Of course, yeah, we can't look through at the moment because it's still got a solid back. So we come back into here, isolate that part. Easiest way to do it, sketch on this side, create, project, create, project, that bit there, okie dokie. and then you just make a cut. So there we go. Fuselage comes out, and we have a thicker base so that we can have a bit more of some structural rigidity through the bottom, through the floor. Awesome. Right, so now we need to work on this part. So what I was thinking about, I think I mentioned it in briefly yesterday, was are we going to need to put anything in here, basically? Is anything going to need to go in there, like batteries or radio equipment? And I'm not sure, because it's difficult to fully gauge the CFG. Now there is a tool up here, inspect, and you can do center of mass, and it will give you a rough idea, but of course you've got to remember you've got no motor on here, and also if you're using solid bodies, it's going to assume that you've got full density, and if that were even across the whole of your model, that's fine. But if we leave this a solid body and this a hollow body, it's going to assume this is solid plastic, when of course it's not. In actual fact, it's going to be lightweight, because this part here will have a two-walled section, and the walls weigh more than the infill generally. So it's all stuff that you've got to think about. But I think that we do want to cut a part of this out. Because I think that it might be nice, you might need to move things around in order to get the CFG where we need it, somewhere in the middle. So I'm going to isolate this bit, and we're going to work on it. Now I think the easiest way to do it is to follow the same, in fact no I don't. Let's just think for a sec. Okay. I'm going to make a sketch on here. Okay, so what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm basically going to make a loft cut through the bottom of this piece, and it's going to leave the top half solid so that my spars have something to go into, and it's also going to give something for the tail spar, as we're going to call it, to go into. Okay. It does puzzle me sometimes when it creates a loft and just connects the strangest parts. I just think, what is it doing? You know, why? Right, anyone on YouTube, if you can tell me why it sometimes calculates lofts with just the weirdest shapes, you know, I mean, look at the way that's doing that in there. I would really appreciate to know. Oh, there we go. That seems to have made it what I want by changing the tangent edges section. But I still don't know why it does it. It's incredibly frustrating. Anyway, right, that's actually what I wanted. First place, so there we go. And that'll give us room to put stuff in there if we need to for ballast. It does give me an opportunity to come back to I need to come back to one of these sketches. In fact, I think if we unisolate, the sketch will come back. Okay, so up here I made a sketch for the cutout for the servo, but what I didn't do yet was I didn't put the line of where we want it to go in yet, because I didn't know which way it was going to go. I think we'll make gravity our friend though, and we'll come out the bottom. So planar angle, that one will be good. Need to be able to see it. Just thinking about the way we're going to print it. Probably going to print from this bit up. Actually, no, it'd be easier to print from this bit up. Yeah, so we'll do that. I think that's right on the edge of where I want it to go. And let's see how it goes. So back to my sweep, path, one there. Great. So we'll make it a new body at the moment and then subtract it. It's annoying. Oh, you can select it from there. I was going to say it's annoying you can't, but you can. Okay. We need to mirror that bit, that bit, that bit. Okay, and then do a combine cut. Dual bodies. Great. A little bit of housekeeping. Okay, we got cut through there, and we've got cut out there, and isolate that bit, cut out there, and just to check that that goes all the way through, which it does, and which goes a little bit too far through. That's fine. I can live with that. Alright, so that's it for today. Tomorrow we will go on to sorting out the tail section. So some kind of spar running down here, and we'll section this up. I think we'll also make sure the wings are sectioned for printing, because I'm not sure at the moment. I think they might be too big. So that's it for now.